So, today I want to talk about something a little controversial and slightly ranty, so bear with me. It seems that today the word YouTuber has become synonymous with the word author. It seems like every single mainstream YouTuber out there has a book published. For example, Zoella, Alfie Days, Tanya Burr, Mamrie Hart, Hannah Hart, Grace Helbig, Michelle Phan, just a whole list of YouTubers with books published, apart from John Green, who's actually an author, but you know, that's a different point. And sometimes the YouTubers actually publish a book because they have something to say, something to offer the world. For example, Michelle Phan's book is about makeup and feeling confident, and I think that's great. But there are some things that just kind of get on my nerves and I just don't understand. One of the problems I have is when books are published purely for money, when it's just there to trick tweens into buying some merchandise by their favorite YouTuber. I think you know who I'm talking about. Alfie Days' book, The Pointless Book, is a complete ripoff of Kerry Smith's Rectus Journal. And from what I've seen, it's not even that good. The fact that he got a publishing deal purely because of his YouTube account just pisses me off, because there are so many authors out there who would kill for an opportunity to have a book published, and he just kind of throws it away on something as pointless as The Pointless Book, because it's seriously just a complete ripoff of Kerry Smith's Rectus Journal. But there's another thing that bothers me. Alfie Days' book is getting a sequel. There's gonna be a Pointless Book 2. What the crap is the point of that? It's just gonna be another list of activities that he's gonna film himself and a couple of other famous YouTubers doing, and he's just gonna make a load of money off of it, or whichever publishing company he's publishing with is gonna make a crap load of money out of it. It's just so disrespectful for authors who work so hard to shop around their book, to actually read through their manuscript and just pour their heart and soul into their books. And many of these authors never get the opportunity to have a large audience read it, which I think is so sad. And then just these YouTubers just come in with their big fancy YouTube subscribers and they just throw it away on either a ripoff or just something not worth reading. I think you can tell which two people I have the most problems with. Zoella and Alfie Days. I used to watch Zoella a lot. I thought Zoe was the funniest person ever. I thought she was brilliant. Never really got into Alfie because I didn't find his videos very funny. But then the whole scandal with Zoella's ghostwriter came out, and that was it. I could not watch her anymore because I just found it so awful that she would say, "Oh look, it's my first novel," and then she didn't even write it. It's just under her name. And the fact that she didn't even acknowledge it on the cover or anything, it just says the first novel by Zoella, even though she probably didn't even write a word of it. I know that she came up with the story and the characters and such, but apart from that, it looks like it's not even by her. And the fact that it's getting a sequel is just so frustrating, because from my biggest dream is to become a published author. That's my life goal. And the fact that some people are throwing away on something like Girl Online, it's just so depressing. And I know it's targeted towards Zoe's audience, who's probably like 11 to 13-year-olds. And I know they like that sort of thing. But still, the fact that she didn't even acknowledge that was a ghostwriter until the ghostwriter spoke out about it, it was heartbreaking for me, because I had watched Zoe for so long and I thought she was brilliant and I was so proud of her for writing a book. But then she just kind of goes and disappoints everyone with that. And then the sequel, why is there going to be a sequel? Normally I wouldn't even care about this, but the thing is, I don't watch Alfie Days and I don't know what it's like on his channel, but Zoella's videos are slowly reducing in quantity and quality. Her videos used to be really informative and really good, and she offered a lot of good tips on fashion, beauty, and confidence. But now it seems like her videos are all 10 minutes long. Even if it's just like maybe a simple makeup tutorial, they will be 10 minutes long, because she spends at least half of those minutes just rambling on, because she just leaves in all the cute, funny bloopers so that she'll look more appealing. And I feel like she thinks that people who watch her main channel actually want to see every single detail behind the scenes, even when it's just like her puppy coming in and disturbing her for a bit. And it's just so frustrating because it's such a long video and it gets so boring to watch. And that's why the quality has just gone down. And I think Zoella should leave all of her personal stuff on her second channel, where she actually vlogs about her life, and not on her main channel where people want to come there and look for beauty advice, not puppy. I'm sorry this is such a ranty video and that it's so unorganized and random. This is just something that's been getting on my nerves for ages. And then when I found out that Alfie Days' book is getting a sequel, it just drove me over the edge and I just couldn't take it. And it's just so frustrating and sad that millions of authors out there are pouring their heart and soul into their novels or short stories or poetry. And then these YouTubers just kind of wander in and just be like, I'm getting 2 books. Also, I'd just like to point out that I'm sure Alfie and Zoe are 2 lovely people. I'm sure they're great people to hang around with. They're probably great friends. It's just their career decisions that make me kind of annoyed because it affects so many people and it's really disrespectful to authors who work so hard to have their novels put out there. I mean, there are obviously some people who genuinely want to make a difference, who want to say something with their books. People like Josh Sundquist, people like Carrie Hope Fletcher, people like Michelle Phan, dozens of other YouTubers out there who actually genuinely want to write a book purely because they want to say something. So yeah, I'm really sorry this was such an unorganized video. I didn't have much time to plan it because school is getting on my nerves. Yasmin will be back next week with hopefully a more cheerful video and less ranty, and I hope you're happy.